A lawsuit against the Archdiocese of Denver and two disgraced priests alleges that a boy was sexually abused in the 1970s and 80s. That abuse allegedly started when the boy was just 6 years old.
According to the suit, the victim repressed memories of the assaults for decades. Investigative reporter Kevin Vaughn spoke with the victim and has a look at his allegations.
Our family is a 6+ generation Catholic family. Our family was extraordinarily dedicated. My father and mother, certainly believed in God in every way and truly embraced his message. And that was our community at the church.
With family life so rooted in faith, it made perfect sense that Michael Stano became an altar boy and talked of the priesthood. But for reasons Michael's still struggling with, his smile eventually faded.
I was, always in some sort of trouble.
Trouble he couldn't understand or explain.
My grandmother would shake me regularly and say, what's going on? And she would never say, what's wrong with you? She'd always say, what happened to you?
A lawsuit filed in Denver District Court lays out Michael's answer: years of alleged sexual abuse by priests. According to the suit, shame, embarrassment, fear, and psychological trauma led him to repress the memories of the assaults. Then, in 2022, a fight with his partner sparked their return.
There was a moment during that fight where something triggered or clicked or what have you, and it all came to me yeah, I was heavily abused.
The suit names the Archdiocese of Denver and two disgraced priests, James Marino and Robert Whipke, both identified as child sex abusers in reports issued by State Attorney General Phil Weiser in 2019.
This is a dark and painful history.
And in 2020.
My message for all survivors is I am pained by what you went through.
We tried to ask Moreno about the allegations.
Hello.
Hi, Mr. Moreno?
Yes.
I'm Kevin Vaughn. I'm a reporter with 9 News.
I don't want to talk to him.
Well, at Whipke's home, no answer and no response to a message left on his door. The suit alleges Monsignor Richard Heister was the first to molest Michael at age 6. That's Heister presiding as Michael's parents renew their wedding vows at Notre Dame in Denver, the family's church, with Michael serving as an altar boy. Heister gave Michael his first communion and honored his work. Heister was well known in Colorado's Catholic community, musical director for the Archdiocese, director of its celebrated cathedral choir, and leader of its summer camp in the shadow of Mount Meeker. He'd never been publicly accused of child sex abuse until now. Heister died in 1993. After the suit was filed, Father Edward Buelt, the current pastor at Notre Dame, told his congregation about it, saying it demanded transparency and honesty, and saying this:
I've been working with this individual, Michael, for over a year now, and I have come to believe him.
Priests, Monsignor Heister, all of them, they were trusted implicitly, as they should be. They're people that have said that they're spreading the word of God.
Even now, Michael says his faith remains.
I am still extremely spiritual individual. I have a good relationship with God. My path in life has been to embrace love, embrace my faith, and choose a path of forgiveness. And perhaps one of these days the church will find their way back to God.
A spokeswoman for the Archdiocese of Denver did not respond to our request for an on-camera interview with Archbishop Samuel Aquila. In a statement, she said the Archdiocese was aware of the suit and has improved its protocols for handling claims of abuse. Father Buelt told us that several years ago he removed Monsignor Heister's name from the church, from the Notre Dame Church's Family Center, and took down his portrait, but he declined to say if that was based on allegations against him. Finally, Heister's nephew told us he would be sad if this is true, that this is not the uncle that he knew.
There's a lot, of course, when you consider all the time that's involved in this. But let's talk about the responses that we have and haven't heard so far, obviously from those who are being accused, including the Archdiocese.
Yeah, the two living priests have denied they did anything wrong. The Archdiocese of Denver just yesterday filed a response in court. It's a motion to dismiss this suit, arguing, among other things, that repressed memories is a theory that's been debunked in some people's minds.
But do they ever say that they've investigated this to the point where they're comfortable? I mean, or are they just saying because it's a repressed memory that they don't even want to look into it?
Repressed memories and other things, passage of time, that sort of thing. That they wouldn't have been on notice about these priests back when this allegedly happened, that kind of thing.
But again, you're talking about priests that definitely this has happened before and been accused. The accusations have been there. So have other victims received money?
Yes, this investigation done by the Attorney General's office in 2019 and 2020 led to reports of 52 priests molesting 212 children. About 81 people were paid a total of $7.3 million through that process in reparations by the Archdiocese of Denver and the Diocese of Pueblo and Colorado Springs.
These stories always bring shock to communities of churches and those who knew these men of the cloth. And the scope of this clergy sex abuse nationally, where does Colorado fit into what we've seen as far as the rest of the country?
It's a little bit hard to tell because in other states, the Attorney General had more power to investigate. The investigation here was limited to looking through church records.
Right.
Oh.
But certainly, it's up there in both in the number of victims, the number of priests that they have substantiated claims against, and the amount of money that have been paid out.
They're
It's
always
like many
jarring
other
stories.
states.
They just shake communities when these come out, for those who may have known and those who didn't. It's something to follow. We always appreciate you taking a look at it for us. Thanks, Kevin.